Hello, my name is Charlie and welcome to Tabletop Gaming. Today I'm going to be using the excuse of the fact that it is Star Wars Day to take a look at some Star Wars characters and maybe recommend them some games. What tabletop games should Star Wars characters be playing? Now I'm just going to do this as a nice and quick video for you guys, just to sort of drink a cup of tea and have a watch, but let me know of any characters you would like to include or you think that we should make recommendations for, and which ones you would recommend for who as well. Please do in the comments. I love to talk about Star Wars. Pop it all in and hopefully we'll have a great chat about it. Now, I have been given a draw bag. Yes, it is a dice bag, because why else would we have a draw bag? But we've popped a ton of names in there, and I'm just going to pull a few and see what we would recommend for each of them. Again, we won't get through all of them, but we'll have some fun while we do. So without further ado, let's take a look in the dice bag and find the names that are amongst it and see who we get. Aha! We have, first up, the Mandalorian. I don't think that's going to focus, but you can trust me, it says Mandalorian. So, obviously we're looking at extended Star Wars universe, because why stick with one when there's a whole world out there? Okay, so I'm thinking with the Mandalorian and with Grogu, we need family games, okay? Because he's trying to build his bond, or he's going to want to build his bond, isn't he? It's already there and he just wants to make the most of it with Grogu. Now, Grogu is intelligent, but maybe we'll go on the dexterity side of things so that he can practice his force powers. I'm going to go with the Habba game, Animal on Animal. I will post a picture of it here so that you can see the one I mean, which is basically like a stacking game, like try not to knock things over. And I'm picturing the Mandalorian being really good at this, and then him forcing Grogu to practice his force powers and sort of lift them across and stack them on. There you go. That's my recommendation for the Mandalorian, is going to be Animal on Animal. I'm not going to spoil the ending, I appreciate that doesn't work totally, but go with it! Number 2. We have Yoda. Again, I don't think that's going to focus, but we have Yoda. Okay, so instantly you think Yoda, you think do or do not, there is no try. So I'm going to put him in sort of the language field, so we're going to go with perhaps a word game. I am going to go with Inkling, which is a relatively new game. We only reviewed it maybe last issue, maybe the issue before, where you are trying to form words, but your words don't need to use the correct letters. So you might use a C as a U, for example, in order to create the words that you're trying to do. So I think with somebody that sort of moves words around quite easily and doesn't really worry about the semantics, I think doing the same with letters is perfectly feasible for someone like Yoda. So my recommendation, I will put a picture of it here, is going to be Inkling. Moving on, who's next in the bag? This is great fun. I should do this more often. So we have Darth Vader. Okay, I have to say the instinct is to go with a family game, because let's be honest, he's a single father who murdered his wife, but we won't go into that, who has 2 children that he would like to get to know. I'm putting him before the inevitable death, but before that point he has 2 children that he'd like to get to know, and grandchildren in the end. So I think we'll go with, what's a good family game? Do you know what? I'm going to go really light. I'm going to go super, super light, because if you're trying to get your family involved and they're not interested, you need something that keeps everyone engaged. I'm actually going to go proper light. I'm going to go Double. And you know why? There is a Star Wars version of Double. You could totally do that one. But I think that's a good way of all of them to like crowd around the table, him with his mask, heavy breathing, turning over those cards. I'm pretty sure the force power might help a little bit. There'll be a little bit of cheating going on, but I think Double, yeah. Let's set up one of the best villains in film history with one of the easiest games you can possibly play. The irony amuses me. It's fine. Who's next? Let's have a look. So we have Chewbacca. Okay, I'm actually thinking this is quite difficult because we know a lot about Chewbacca. He's very defensive, he's very loyal, he is a very good fighter, he's also a pilot. I think he needs an easy life. I think he needs to chill. And my instinct, I know this is because he's furry, so I'm instantly thinking, I love cats. Because do you know what? He can sit back and have a chill. He's got a very busy and difficult lifestyle, being sort of a pirate cum smuggler and firing guns and crossbows and all sorts, that actually, should we give him a break? Let's have a break. Let him have something like Isle of Cats where he can just chill out. Isle of Cats is a polyomino board game. I really struggle to say the word polyomino, but it is a sort of placement game. You're going to be rescuing those island cats before their home is destroyed, and I quite like the idea that he's the loyal one. He wants good in people. They're rogues, but they're lovable rogues. So, Isle of Cats for Chewbacca. Let's keep going. Emperor Palpatine! Again, I'm sorry the focus won't let you read that, but trust me, it says Emperor Palpatine. I think this is quite easy. I feel like this needs to be an area control game. Basically, what I want to do is recommend him Star Wars Rebellion, because I feel like he'd love it. But if we're not letting Star Wars characters play Star Wars games, let's go with something like Twilight Imperium. Big old area control game. Perfect for someone that just wants to take over the galaxy and then come back and take over the galaxy and then be around and take over the galaxy. Yeah. Next is Ahsoka Tano. Now, I just want to take a moment for that. Just if you're a Star Wars fan and you've seen it, the moment where she does her "I am no Jedi." So with Ahsoka Tano, it's quite tricky, but I always think of her sort of like leaving the Jedi Order after she's become sort of like disillusioned, is probably the best way of putting it. And then obviously we see her probably most recently in Mandalorian, where again she's solo. So I'm going to go with a solo game. I think I'm going to put her down for something like Arkham Horror, which is admittedly my go-to solo game. But I think she's seen enough sort of horrors, she's fighting against the bad guys, but at least these ones are card game based games. She hasn't got to actually do anything, but she still gets that satisfaction of saving people, which she totally has. Who doesn't in this universe? Another one. This is going to be our last one, so we can keep this video nice and quick. Who have we got? We have Han Solo. Pew 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 pew. Han shot first. Yeah. Fight me in the comments. So, I am going to go with... Okay, so, thinking Han Solo, I'm immediately thinking Sabacc, which is very difficult to get hold of if you don't plan an expensive trip from the UK, but you can get hold of Sabacc. That is how he won the Millennium Falcon, with a little bit of cheating. Well, I've seen the film, technically not, but maybe. With that, I think sort of poker-like games are probably going to be best for him. So, I'm instantly thinking Cockroach Poker. That's probably going to be a most direct version, but any kind of bluffing, I've got something style game, so maybe even something like Skull, if we go as easy as that, he should be absolutely fabulous at, and I reckon he would enjoy it very much to be able to... He'd put bets on it, let's be honest. He'd totally put bets on it. Anyway, that has been our quick whistle-stop tour through which characters we would recommend which board games. I would love to hear your thoughts. I'm more than happy to talk about Star Wars, so pop in the comments your thoughts, who you would recommend what for, why you would do it, if you think any sort of specific characters need to play this game, let me know. I would love to hear from you. Please do comment. And if you like this video, hit subscribe. If you want to see more, head to tabletopgaming.co.uk, and thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.